Hello, friends. How are you? We're here today with our message. While we're socially distanced, yet we're spiritually connected. And I had an incredible new series that I wanted to share with everybody. And, we are going to, from now on, for the next 10 lives, we're going to be going through the 10 campaigns the Rebbe instituted in every single Jewish community. We spoke about one of them when we spoke about the mezuzah a little while back. And now we're going to talk about, we're going to go through all 10. And what this was, the Rebbe instituted over his years of leadership 10 different campaigns that every single Jewish community should put emphasis on. And my hope is in a time of darkness that we are in, we got to add light. What does light look like? Light looks like doing goodness and kindness, connecting to God, connecting deeper to our souls. And there's no better way than to start with these 10 campaigns that the Rebbe started. So today's campaign is going to be the campaign of, what's this? Tzedakah. The campaign of charity. The campaign of Gemilut Chasadim. The Rebbe instituted this. This is obviously it's already a mitzvah in the Torah, but the Rebbe put an extra emphasis on this important mitzvah. And I'm going to, before I get into the details, I'm going to start with a little episode that happened this morning. I had a follow-up call this morning with a couple here in town in Loudoun. They choose to remain anonymous. But I got a call this morning from a couple in town here, and they called me and they said that they got their stimulus check from the government. They received $2,400 from the government. And they said, thank God, Rabbi, we're doing fine. Thank God, God has blessed us. We saved our whole life. We're retired. We're doing fine. We do not need this $2,400. And we would like to give it to somebody in need, someone that is affected by the COVID-19. This was a call that happened a little while back. Today was a follow-up call with that family because we identified 3 different families locally that were directly affected by COVID-19. Some of them were part-time workers. Some of them were people that had that were on 1099s, self-employed, that totally got shredded by this virus. And we, with this couple, myself, Yehudis, and this couple, we sat down, we identified these 3 families, and gift cards are going out today between $400 and $800. And it didn't stop there. We're going to more people. Goodness, charity, kindness, giving, selflessness. That is what's needed in this time. And I was so blown away by this incredible generosity this family showed and by their selflessness. It's so easy to take $2,400 and stick it into the investment account, put it somewhere. But no, they're looking out for one another. And that is an incredible thing that we have to do now. This brings it close to home. So getting back to the mitzvah. There's a custom that happened back in the Talmud where Jewish sages, before they started to pray, they went and they donated money to people that needed charity. Then they started to pray. Why? Because if you want your if you want your needs met, first help out somebody else. So that happened back in the day. As time evolved, as things evolved, the relativity, you weren't able to find poor people littering the streets. So what the rabbis instituted and the sages instituted at the time was to institute a charity box in your home. Before you start praying, here it's full of coins. Before you start praying, you put a coin in the charity box. You fill up the entire box. When it's full, you find a poor person or a needy person or an organization or something to give it to. You empty out the charity box, you bring the charity box back home, and you restart filling it again from scratch. That is how the charity box started. You're supposed to give money to poor people every single day. Not all of us come in contact with poor people every single day. Therefore, the charity box started. Now, the Rebbe instituted that every single home should have a charity box. Every single home should have a charity box. Not only every home, but every bedroom. Every bedroom of a child should have a charity box. Every business should have a charity box. Why? Because we have our own needs. We have our own goals. We have our own direction. We have our own things we're doing in life. But if you don't have this next to you, you become too self-absorbed. It's an incredible mitzvah to give charity, to put money in the charity box. Why? I'll tell you why. Why is this mitzvah so incredible? This mitzvah is so incredible, it explains in the Tanya. The Tanya is a book that the Alter Rebbe wrote that goes through the entire practical ways to live your life in the most Hasidic, beautiful way. And this, in the Tanya, describes the great merit of the mitzvah of tzedakah, the mitzvah of charity. And it explains like this. When somebody works for their money,
I want to eat.
When somebody works for their money, we have Mimi here. When somebody works for their money, yeah, so all their effort goes into making that money, all the effort. And when that money is given away, to you want a big one? 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. We gotta take care of the little one. Here we go. All right. No stress. So when that money is given away, when we have money that we work so hard for, and now that money is given away, that means the entire effort that you put into making that money, you are sanctifying to God. That's what it explains in the Tanya. That's what it explains in the Tanya about this incredible mitzvah of charity. So the Rebbe instituted that everyone should have that, not only because it's an incredible mitzvah, because it's a good education for the children. Children start off their days giving charity. They start off their days with educating themselves how to give, educating themselves how to be a giving person, selfless person. That is what this community needs. That's what every community around the world needs right now. Selfless people. And the call that we had this morning, myself, Yehudis, and this other couple, is an exemplary couple of what selflessness is. Selflessness is to give, and to care, and to be there for one another, and that is going to get us to everything. And it says in the holy books, Barcheinu Avinu Kulanu Ke'echad. When does God bless us? God blesses us when we are united. When we're united, that's when God blesses us. And there's no way to be united than in a time like this to have this incredible mitzvah of tzedakah. So, what are the takeaways? The takeaway number one is to understand that this is something that every single home should have, a tzedakah box. If you don't have one, contact us or go on Amazon. Get a tzedakah box. Together with a tzedakah box, you have a jar of coins. Take from here into here every single day. My grandfather was a rabbi in Mexico for over 40 years in a synagogue. And we used to go visit him in Mexico growing up. And he had this custom that the night before going to sleep, he would go and he would set up, for the amount of people living in the house, he would go and he would set up the coins next to the charity box the night before. Everybody would wake up the next morning and you'd take a coin and put it in the charity box. He had incredible love towards that mitzvah of tzedakah. So today's actually my grandmother's yortzeit. It is the 9 years since my grandmother passed away. So today's learning session here is in her merit, in her memory, that her neshama should have an elevation. And again, to understand this incredible mitzvah, put effort into it, do it, give charity, give to one another. This is the most beautiful way to be united, the most beautiful way to strengthen each other, the most beautiful way to care for each other. And it's a very big mitzvah. It's Keneged Kol HaTorah. This mitzvah is balanced with the entire Torah. So with that, I want to end off with a blessing that every single one of us should always be on the giving end of charity. We shouldn't be on the receiving end. God should bless us that we should have sustenance, that we should always be on the giving end of charity. That's number one. Number two, you should get yourself a charity box in your house. If it's in your house, in your business, in your office, constantly give charity. Give, and give. And number three, we should take this inspiration, and especially at a time like this. Especially in a time like this, when people are hurting, to do this incredible mitzvah of charity. With that, I want to end off with our general message always, that if you know anybody that needs anything in Loudoun County, financial, emotional, services, whatever they need, let us know. We're going to get them whatever they need. And God shall bless all of us with a beautiful day. And God willing, we're going to go through the entire 10 campaigns over the next 10 lives that the Rebbe instituted over the years. And I look forward to doing that journey with you, taking inspiration, taking good resolutions. And we'll see you on the other side. See you all tomorrow. Peace out, and wishing you a blessed and healthy day. All the best.